top of Group D on 6 points. Italy in second with 4. No mercy from Argentina, despite booking their place in the round of 16. It is an incredibly strong lineup. They really want to move on to the next phase with momentum behind them. Extra incentive to victory for both, especially when they come face to face. Two nations with rich histories in the game. A heavyweight showdown is about to begin. And off we go. Italy in the blue, going from right to left in this opening period. A fascinating encounter in front of us here. And we have a big crowd as well. Italy runners-up in 2023. Argentina, the most decorated team in this competition's history, but without a title since 2007. And Caruso looking for an early dart into Italian territory. Richo brought into midfield, stopping him. Diego Placente, the head coach of Argentina, succeeded Javier Mascherano following his move to Inter Miami. All playing short. Liga Minardino's in the mix. Scored a thunderbolt against Australia. What a strike it was. Delgado, such a fine midfield player, as I mentioned at the top. Can often go under the radar, but he is so important for Argentina. Keep an eye on him wearing number 5. It's all well and good having players with technical flair and creative capabilities. You need players like Delgado to allow the others to play. Fonziata, the coach of Italy, now in his second spell in charge, and watch his team throw away a 2-0 lead against Cuba. Against Corradi, who is having a tournament at centre-back for Italy. Santiago Fernandez reinstated for Argentina tonight with his early red card against Australia in match 1.
Facebook ligado, Chico.
Plenty of attacking intent down that right-hand side.
Okay, it's relationship. Last game. Who with Facebook? Yeah, TikTok.
Two centre-backs, two domineering centre-backs, Corradi and Natali, will have their hands full with Alejo Sarko in town. Expect Italy to start with a 3, but for now it looks as though they have lined up with 4 at the back. They've become a 5-man back line. Argentina are attacking. Rizzo felt. There's so much talent at his disposal. There are some big names not here for Argentina, but still a squad good enough to go right to the very end. Rizzo leaves it, Montoro takes it. Bush's attempt from Soler, whose Bournemouth team going very well in the Premier League at the moment. Has played in the top flight for the Cherries as well. 4 Premier League appearances for Julio Soler. It's beaten away by Nunziant. Bardi rather, who was tested here. First sight of goal for the Italians. A crackling atmosphere. Well, Paraiso. Reached at least the semi-finals in each of their last 3 appearances at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Argentina have been to 7 finals. Only Brazil have appeared in more. Argentina 6 times winners. Italy free kick. Is up there. Rani again. Fidele. Montoro. Andino leading the Argentine charge. Fernandez. Keeping his place in the heart of that back line, and he was imperious in the last game. And, such was his performance. Keeps a place at centre back, and Santiago Fernandez operating at right back tonight. No way that Irani could be left out. Mattia Liberali finally gets a start for Italy. Been a long time coming. He's one of their most technically gifted players. He's had a nice time in this particular tournament. A couple of cameos up until now, but Mattia deciding now is the time to bring him in. His first appearance of this tournament. Some games coming to Benjamin listed over the top, and it's gathered by Santino Bardi. Italy the initiative. Karadi. Benjamin. Oh, he's giving Carrizo the slip with ease. And driving for the line. Karadi able to block it. Sort of pace from Benjamin. Flat delivery, and where will he drop Karadi? Able to get it under control. Start from the Italians. Australia in opening match. It was a fairly underwhelming display. The Manini penalty decided that one. They more like themselves against Cuba until they coughed up that 2-goal advantage, not helped by the dismissal of Jamal Idrissu. Benjamin. Terrific challenge from Delgado. And Dino stopped in his tracks for now. As we thought it might be, has been a high-octane start. That was not a good kick from Nunziant, the Italian goalkeeper. Montoro, Carrizo, watched closely by Benjamin. Carrizo's found a way. It is rough and tumble in the early exchanges between these two nations. Moro fouled by Pirani. Natali, who did an easy tap in the last game with Cuba. Penalty making his presence felt. Santiago Fernandez. Soler. Penalty. Arata. Benjamin's flick. Pirani has got to it. Play from the Italians, and the referee has played the advantage. Richo was sent sprawling. The challenge. Sanidele of Atalanta. Throw. Liberali somehow squeezed it through. A rip-roaring start to this. Wonderful feat as well from Liberali again. That's why he's been brought in. To add that little bit of sparkle to this Italian team. Look at this. Switching this way and that. And needed the intervention of Pirani to get rid of it. Montoro. Italy showing plenty of ambition in the early stages. To disrupt the rhythm of Argentina. Delgado of Boca Juniors. Lovely control from Fernandez. Carrizo. Argentina appearing in their 18th U20 World Cup. Twice as many appearances than their opponents this evening. Montoro, Delgado, Benjamin, keep it in. We saw a few moments ago what Liberani can bring to the party, didn't we? But Argentina managed to prevent him getting any further towards goal. They are used to getting out of the group stage. Italy failed to do so twice before. The last was in 1981. Didn't have the chance to overtake Argentina in the group with victory. A draw with second spot for them. And they can still progress with defeat. Not that that will be in their thinking at all. It away by Pirani. Okoro. It's fast, it's physical. Liberani's touch. Ramirez. This is Soler. And they're seeking out Sarko. What a tournament he's having. What a player he is. The biggest test that those defenders have faced so far. 3 goals for Sarko. He literally ticks every box as a number 9. Argentina no doubt will feel as though they've got a point to prove. Coming into these finals, they hosted the last edition. Knocked out by Nigeria. I was there that night, and you could feel the disappointment in San Juan. The entire nation felt the pain. Andrada putting the squeeze on the Tali, and the error has been forced. Beretta. Horridly cleared up to Okoro, who is fouled by Delgado. Delgado, who was linked with a move to Manchester United earlier this summer. A vital cog in this Argentine wheel. Montoro. Ferrani, who was one of several players in this squad who featured at the Under-17 World Cup 2 years ago. Goodness me, how close was that? Raised the bar, stayed out. Fabulous sweeping move. Ramirez. 20 minutes that have sailed by. Australia have taken the lead against Cuba to enhance their chances of staying alive in the competition. Carrizo. Hernandez throwing the ball out. Nico Vicente is a protege of Jose Peckerman, who won 3 Under-20 World Cup titles. Vicente was part of one of those triumphs in 2011 as a player. Carrizo finding the pocket. Put away by Francesco Verdi. Launched on by Soler. Natali able to guide back to Nunciant. Beaten to it. Okoro. Migueli. He drifts beyond Carrizo and stands it up. Beretta. Benjamin. No foul, the referee happy with it. Benjamin wasn't. Carrizo with the outside of the boot, gathered by Sarko. He's not just a penalty box predator, he can score from outside it as well. No quarter given here in this one, as you might expect. Montoro's corner is a short one. Dino helps it on. Soler. Still he goes. Ramirez forced wide. And it goes right across the face again. Driven him with pace once more. Andino. Berardi in sharply. And Okoro is dumped on the deck. Free kick Italy. Rizzo with the push. I think that raises the bar via the head of Corradi. So 2 narrow escapes for Italy. Well, that's 3 appearances at these finals. Italy have produced their best ever finishes, 3rd, 4th and 2nd. What chance of 1st this year? Francesco Verdi. And Italy struggling to get out of their half at the moment. Caruso. Fernandez on the scene. Led wide by Andrada, Soler. Sarko hovering with intent in the middle, but it won't reach him. Not this time. Wonderfully controlled by Liberali. Great skill. There he is again, another feather-like touch, but it ran to a blue and white shirt. Pirani. Argentina dominating possession, as they usually do in truth. Fascinating contest punctuated by numerous free kicks, such as the competitive nature of this fixture. Look at that from Liberali. Playing in Serie B just now. Catanzaro joined them from Milan earlier this summer. A player who actually started out as a centre-back but was moved higher up the pitch. When you hear of Italian legends like Alessandro Costa Curta comparing him to the likes of Phil Foden, you know you've got a player on your hands. I just feel that Annunziata, with the 11 he's put out there, he's gone for power and pace, and he's certainly tried to tighten up that midfield area, because that is the main part of the pitch where Argentina build from. They like to get control in the middle third. If we can get the ball forward to the likes of Okoro and Canate, they've got 2 forward players there who can certainly stretch Argentine back line. Two four-time winners of the Men's World Cup that get to taste success at this level. Liberali attempting to link up there with Okoro, who's got it now. Idele, Liberali attempting to spin his marker. Flag goes up. Idele wasn't involved in the qualifying campaign for this tournament. Idele playing as a right wing back tonight. Benjamin on the other side. Those two in particular have got really important roles, both in a defensive sense and in an attacking one at the moment, but having to put themselves into defensive mode as Argentina come calling. And that is going to be a free kick. Andrade sent over. Italians don't agree. There will be several contenders to take this. Argentina blessed with numerous set-piece specialists. Italians on red alert now. Montoro showing interest, so too is Carrizo. It is Montoro, and it's over. A big question mark over Montoro being at this tournament. He plays for Botafogo, who in the first instance weren't prepared to release him but gave in to Argentina's request. And that is the group as it currently stands. So Italy would be joining Argentina in the next phase. Australia refusing to lie down. Rising. Watched closely by Santiago Fernandez. Coro for Liberali. Italy with a player down. It's Lorenzo Riccio. Those on the Italian bench. Having another look at this. So many duels going on all over the pitch. It's impossible to, at times, keep pace with it. Individual battles here, there, and everywhere. And begins with a handshake between Delgado and Richo. Sarko chasing this one down, and Lindsay Ant not prepared to take any risks. Bit of a coming together between Sarko and the goalkeeper. Does have the look, doesn't he, of Julian Alvarez, along with Sarko. Bayern Leverkusen at the moment, yet to make his debut, but I suspect that he may well be in with a chance of appearing for the first team, given his displays here in Chile. Ball recovery time very good for Argentina, as it tends to be. Here's Adele, and he wins Italy a corner. Off Soler. Exactly what Italians want from Adele. Wanting to run at the fullbacks, try and get on the outside. Aradi and Natali come forward for this corner that Liberali will take. Delivered with pace and back heel towards goal. Kept alive by Verdi. Skied by Benjamin. Italy draw first blood in this age-old duel of kings. Well, Argentina will ask for this to be looked at again. Ball rolled on to Verdi. That's what they're upset about. As it's rolled across, Richo's eyes lit up. He was there to stab it home, but will it stand? That's the question. The goal is under review. Is there a foul by Francesco Verdi on Julio Soler? There's definite contact. Of course there is. Without wanting to second guess the referee. That does look like a shot, but key to it all is the opinion of the man on the judge. Decision. Form everyone now. Goal disallowed. And I can't say I'm surprised, having seen the footage back. Soler knocked over. On it went Richo, wheeled away in delight, but celebrations cut short. 2-0 on Cuba in Santiago. It's not going to reach Caruso, and Benjamin has pinched it. Okoro making moves ahead of him. Benjamin skips inside, goes down, no foul. Delgado. Caruso. Fernandez. Caruso picking up the bits. Fernandez trying to clip it through. Italy struggling to clear their lines. Argentina reset. Soler. So Italy back on it now with Benjamin. Karadic. Key for both. Players, when they get the ball, given barely any thinking time, it's those split-second decisions that could prove vital. Delgado on the run. And it's deflected away and behind. Short Caruso drifting one over. Liberali. Oh, it nearly turned into a wonderful ball. And stolen back again by the Italians. Okoro. Still Okoro goes. Struggling, stretching, but unable to keep it in. Still waiting for the breakthrough. Well, Paraiso. This has been a pulsating first half. You cannot take your eyes off this. Benjamin got some space to play with. It's a terrific ball! There's a flag. The whistle's gone. Okoro is beginning to find his feet in this game now. A couple of times he's broken from behind that Argentina back line, just needs to run his run a little better. Karadic. Two additional minutes being played. Fernandez. Benjamin's such a clever player, isn't he? For his physicality, he's given those Argentina defenders plenty to think about. Be wary of his pacing behind as well.
Traumatizing! Oh my God. I just as well I know when you saw him in the starting line of I was scared. I thought he was mistakes at the back. Especially at the back. Especially all those sprints through the midfield. But you proved me wrong. I can tell those fearless. Fearlessly. That shows that this boy, even if he makes a mistake, you know, say that you're breaking down. And that's what takes a big player. That's what makes a big player. When I make a mistake, I'll keep doing it. See, that's how I thought of mentality. So much fire shots are wrong. Just keep on my home. But I have to go to keep going. Try to make any pass. I don't have a way. I don't have a mentality. And that's why she's a true chance. Come on.
The first half comes to a close. Breathless stuff between these two heavyweights. Italy thought they'd taken the lead, but the goal was chalked off, and rightly so upon closer inspection. Argentina pleasing on the eye once again. But it is tight, it is tense. We are witnessing two very good teams. After 45 minutes of football, there is nothing to separate the group leaders, Argentina and Italy. At half-time then, Argentina 0, Italy 0. No goals, but plenty to digest. Argentina lost possession, as they usually do, more passes completed. But Italy have had an effort on target. Argentina haven't managed it, although they have grazed the crossbar a couple of times. That's the closest they've come. All recovery time, impressive. 15 seconds for Argentina compared to 24 for Italy. In terms of distance covered, that really shows how competitive this game has been. Not much in that at all between them, and nothing to separate them at half-time. Argentina, we already know, are through to the round of 16, and Italy are on course to join them, but they could yet overtake them with victory here. Really entertaining stuff. Good game this. Half-time, Argentina 0, Italy 0. We've had time to draw breath, the players have had time to recharge. Okay, pulsating first half of football it was in Valparaiso. No goals for Argentina and Italy. But, as things stand, Italy would be going through with Argentina. Australia leading Cuba in the group's other game, and that gives the Australians a flicker of hope. Italy had the ball in the net, but it was chalked off. And off we go, Argentina, going from right to left in this second period. Have a wonderful soundtrack to this game as well. Really well attended this one, and no wonder a mouth-watering affair. Mercado. No changes at the interval, so it's as you were in terms of personnel. And a reminder there of the two teams at the bottom of your screen. Argentina looking to make it 3 wins from 3 at the group stage, as they did 2 years ago before their run was halted by Nigeria. Nigeria will continue their campaign in the final round of group matches tomorrow. They are still in the mix for qualification as well. Carrizo, followed closely by Benjamin. First meeting of these two nations at this level, on this stage. And, despite the lack of goals, it is already proving to be a memorable affair. Coro. What a handful in that first half. For a foul. Just pulled Pirani's shirt. Coro. Goes down quickly, but it's found a way through to Canate. Michele again. Delgado looks to get Argentina on the attack. Sarko trying to escape the clutches of Natali. The Italians asking for a review. Presumably, for that. And at first glance, it didn't look like a foul. Referee is at the screen. There is a bit of contact contact, isn't there? Delgado on Beretta. It could well be a penalty here. There's definitely some contact there. Well, here we go, the referee has arrived at his decision. But it is not a penalty. Beretta does go down theatrically, but there is contact there. Argentina breathe a sigh of relief. Soler, a lot of traffic to get through. Sarko was hoping that would run for a corner. Australia have got a third goal now against Cuba. And Cuba will be heading home. It's an inviting ball in, dealt with by Karadi. Karadi fouled now. Argentina with 2 reviews remaining, Italy with just the 1. And just to clarify on that goal that wasn't in the first half from Italy, we saw Diego Placente with the card asking for it to be reviewed. We should state that every goal is looked at anyway. So Argentina keep their 2 reviews intact. Coro sent flying by Delgado. Itali. Benjamin. And there's backing off. Benjamin's got it back. And Beretta rather caught on his heels, or rather it's Richo. That was the well, the second half yet to really get going. It's foul after foul after foul. Not living up to the standard of the first half, not yet. Argentina free kick, swung over by Carrizo, and the header is off target from Pirani. Australia leading Cuba by 3-0. It keeps their hopes alive, and what it also does is qualify Spain, Norway and Colombia as things stand. One back by Andoni, who runs out of real estate, and it is going to be a goal kick. Dino not happy with the attention he was getting there from Natali. Soler with this throw for Argentina. Still no goals in Valparaiso. This game is on a knife edge. Soler. Here by Natali. Toro, the latest in a long line of players to hit the turf. It's been a scrappy start in the second half, but the intrigue remains. Montoro. Not too many sniffs at goal for Alejo Sarko, not yet, but all he needs is one good chance, and more often than not, he takes it. Carrizo, followed by Corradi. Once again it gets physical. And it's gone against Corradi this time. Annunziata not happy. He's one of those who's come forward for this. Montoro and Carrizo over it. Over it comes. Italy holding firm. Andrada makes a mess of things. Seems to come off his shin. Sarsfield in the Argentine Premier Division. Been there since he was just 7 years old. There's some talent on that Argentina bench. What glimpse there of Enrico Cristiani. He's not had much by way of game time at these finals. Andoni for Argentina. Liberale, Okoro. It's become a little more tentative now. It's played at a frantic pace.
Yeah.